Happy Thursday, third grade. Today we are in our science textbook again. We're on lesson 3, How Are Plants Grouped? That lesson starts on page 14 of your book. You should be on page 14 there. Your notes will be on page 5, right where it says lesson 3 at the top, How Are Plants Grouped? Plants can be grouped by the kinds of parts they have. Flowering plants, all right, so plants that have flowers. An apple tree and a cactus do not look alike, but both grow flowers with seeds. They belong to different groups of flowering plants. Each group has a different kinds of roots, stems, leaves, and flowers. The flowering plants pictured on this page have different types of stems. The dogwood tree has a stiff, woody stem. The dogwood can grow tall. The trillium plants do not have woody stems. They grow low to the ground. So you see at the bottom there, you've got your dogwood, and then you also have your trillium, right? They're very different. This one, because it doesn't have that woody stem, can't grow very tall. This one, with its big, thick trunk, can grow much taller. The dogwood tree survives winter because its leaves die and fall off in the fall off in the fall. The leaves grow back in the spring. A tree that loses and grows leaves like this is a deciduous tree. Deciduous. Many flowering plants lose both stems and leaves in the fall. The roots live through the winter, and the plants grow back from the roots in spring. We've got plants like that outside my house. They look like in the winter they've completely died off because the stems die along with the leaves. But then, when spring comes again, they pop up out of the ground again and are growing just like normal. Let's look at our first question. How are an apple tree and a cactus alike? What do we say they both were parts of? Well, they both were part of that flowering plants. They both grow flowers with seeds. Sorry. All right, they both grow flowers with seeds. What happens to deciduous leaves every year? They fall off. All right. On to our next page. We're on page 15 of our textbook. Page 15, right at the bottom. It says page 15. Making seeds. Flowering plants grow flowers that make seeds. Flowers have parts that make pollen or seeds. Bees, other animals, or wind pollinate a flower when they move pollen to the flower part that makes seeds. After a flower is pollinated, seeds form near the center of the flower. A fruit often grows to surround and protect the seeds. Okay, so they move pollen to the flower part that makes seeds. That's how they pollinate it. In our notes, bees, other animals, and the wind help pollinate a flower. Okay? Flowers need to be pollinated to make new plants. And then as we read in that chapter, in that page, sometimes a fruit grows around that seed. All right. Excellent. So if we look at our pictures here, this gives us an example. You have this bee here. So pollen sticks to the bodies of bees as bees look for their food. They carry this pollen to the part of the flower that makes seeds. You can see on this flower, it's that red tip of that part of the flower that makes the pollen. So bee's going to get the pollen from there. Then the pollen put on the tip of this part helps the seeds form in the plant there. And then finally, A flower's petal attracts insects and other animals that pollinate the flower. So that's why our flowers are so pretty. That's what attracts the bees to them so that they get to be pollinated. Now, some of you might say, ooh, I don't like bees. Well, without bees, we would have a whole lot less pretty flowers because the bees are what help pollinate the flowers so that they don't go extinct and we don't lose all those flowers. All right? Awesome job on your notes for today. Tomorrow, we're going to pick it up talking about a different way that plants are grouped. And when you're done today, make sure you check it off on your weekly checklist and put your notes back in your book so that you don't lose them. Tuck them in your book, keep them safe for tomorrow, and I'll see you on Friday.